fucking Minecraft, and I just despise it because like I wish I had this. I have not played anything this entire week. Actually,
Bro,
just been
no,
studying.
they've been doing it every single night, and I'm like,
That's
oh, this is so bad,
crazy.
but we won't get any other chance to do this.
Yeah, no, that's to say like enjoy it.
Huh?
En-
I know, exactly. No,
No, but
but
you're just
like,
saying like it's bad, like the
it's
general
very bad.
concept. But
Yeah,
they're doing it every day. But like enjoy it. Don't worry about it. You're like your first year, bro.
I know, bro, and I'm already like, I feel like I'm
Hmm.
gonna die
Hmm.
when I get back, but I don't know.
Nah,
It's just
you'll be
sad.
fine. Everyone's different.
I know. It's not gonna be like this next semester.
Mm,
I'm
really? Doesn't matter. If you're U of I, you take all the same classes everyone else is taking. No.
I don't know,
Mm,
'cause I think like Isaac,
mm.
did you take statics?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know,
we didn't
'cause
transfer,
Fernando said he's gonna. Yeah,
but I
Fernando
took
says
it.
he's gonna skip out on statics, so I don't
Who?
know. Fernando, he's another
What
guy
is
that
he? What's his major? And, like, where's he
PCE,
going to? Where's he
electrical going to
going?
U of I.
Like, oh, they're definitely gonna force me to take it.
No, I don't know. That's what he
It's
was
like
saying.
it's their coursework. I think you had to take statics if you're going to U of I. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to U of I, it doesn't matter. You're like gonna have to take the course. Like,
Okay.
I just don't know who. Yeah, I know. Even computers comp sci majors took statics that I think of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take it because what else is he gonna
I
take?
know.
I don't think there's any other substitute to take other than statics. Unless you
I don't
take
know.
no, you can't take that. No, you still have
He's
to, yeah
gonna
yeah you have
he
to
was
take
gonna
it.
try to take thermo. I was like,
I
probably
mean, he's
not.
gonna take it too.
I know
It
he's gonna
doesn't
take
matter.
it next semester, like that semester after, but not next semester. Like
Oh,
you want, it would make
what?
sense for electrical to take thermo though.
I'm taking it. It's an elective. Like you have to take it. Yeah, not here. At U of I, you have to
Mm,
take it. It says you have to take thermal. It's called thermal
okay.
physics, though. It's a bit different.
Uh,
It's more physics based, but you'd
that
have to
makes more
take thermal.
sense. Mm, okay. Well, I'm not gonna take any more attempts since it is 10.
We're chilling. We're just waiting. Yeah, it's
Bro,
okay. If you want to say you can save, if you want to leave, you can leave too.
nah, bro. Second years are gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Bro, it's just so fun. Like, bro,
No, not yet.
dude, y'all are crazy,
No, I'm in the recording.
dude.
Cut this part out. Cut this part out.
Dude, I was so close to making like a wanted poster and putting like freaking their names on it, but I have very little
That
time.
would have been funny.
I
That was
was I
funny
like
as
wanted it
hell.
so bad. Just put like a wanted list. Just of like you guys
You're gonna
banned.
have me make it, bro.
Yeah, you want me to remake it? I can get pictures.
Bro, that'd be
Hello.
funny.
Hey, what up?
All right, now I'm gonna go. I'll see
Okay,
you guys
buddy.
later.
Bye, brother. Have a good night.
See
Sleep,
you too.
sleep well. Bye bye.
Oh, there goes yeah. Bye.
That is
Bye
not
bye.
Eduardo.
I'm
Oh,
working on some statics. I hope you don't mind if I lurk a little bit.
no, it's okay. You can learn. The what is LT Spice and KiCad? That's like a circuit. Well, KiCad is like it's a PCB designer software, but I can show you. But it also comes with a online circuit simulators. I don't know what you guys use in Swarz. I forget what it's called, but you guys use something to
We
simulate
use
your circuit.
multi-sim. Yeah,
Multisim,
multi-sim.
yes. That's paid
We use
for.
it.
That's a thing. The one I use is free. It's
It has limited, very limited application for free, but I pay for it because it's like $3 a month.
how many? 3? This is
But
free.
I'm gonna have to look that up and bookmark that LT Spice.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. So it's the same thing. I'll show you right now. So let me make a simple circuit. Do that. That's it. And then just go wire. And I'd say it's neater. How much? Hey, James. So we'll go over the second order. I'm just showing off stuff. So I have this, right? And then you can simulate it so it runs DC, which we're used to. Oh, I didn't put my values, my variables. So let's say this is, no, say 10 ohms. And let's say this is 20 volts. There you go. Now we run it. There you go. So now you'll get the node voltages. Well, obviously you already know there's gonna be 12, 20 volts across, but like maybe I could do like a let's do voltage division. Okay. Let's take where's how do you delete? There you go. Take that. Then let's connect this to this. Okay. And let's say this is 20, so that means that this will get more voltage. Run it. Where you go? Oh, yeah. There you go. There's a way to simulate circuits, so you can like do like in case you do something in your lab wrong, you can do it here. That's what I wanted to show you guys.
Tight.
Mm-hmm. This is the LT Spice. The KeyCAD
Hello.
metric is this one. Hello.
What up?
The KeyCAD comes in more stuff. It's meant to like design PCBs. So if you ever like, well, maybe later on for ECEs and EEs, you probably get into this. It's just pretty cool because you can make it on a breadboard and then you could design a custom PCB for it. So you just solder the pieces onto it here. I don't know how to do it yet.
This
I'm
looks
about to
a lot
learn
more intimidating than multisim and LT Spice.
But like, because the thing is, like Mac users, like for example, Joey, he can't LT Spice on Mac is poo poo. So I have to like find an alternative for him. But this, you wouldn't do it here. You would go to schematic editor here, and then you would build your thing here. So I think I forgot how to do it. Where's my voltage source? Does it not have shortcuts? Oh, I don't know. Wait. Yeah, it's here. Just have to find the. Oh, that's a little. But this one's harder compared to the LT Spice ammo. Jeez. Why did I do this? Come on. Okay. There you go. There you go. Look it up, right? How to look it up, voltage. Good. Source. Oh. There you go. There you go. I need the voltage control. But I do this one at a time. This one's harder. But the nice thing is you could design the schematic here in terms of like your diagrams, and then immediately print into PCB, and then from there on you would like move things around and get it nicely tucked into a PCB board. But anyway, that's the problems. Yeah. Those are really cool programs. If you're CE or EE, you probably want to look into those. They're very fun. We did one, and it's the special one I was talking about. Okay. This is gonna be a toughie. Let me get my pen. Look at the problem. Do you recognize any of the formats? Mm-hmm. What were the formats you had? Like the categories you had, what were they called? You had series what?
They're in parallel.
They are in parallel, but what were the devices? Like, what's the full name? Parallel what?
This is an RL circuit.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
RLC. In fact, you have RLL. And you never taught what the hell RLL equation is.
I don't even know if she's going to do RLL for us.
I hope
What
not.
she said was RL, RC, and RLC.
Can this go away? I hate the Discord thing. Let me.
You were talking about
Oh, God.
like the
Sorry, James, you're lagging really bad.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, try again.
Like an alien.
Hello, Mr. James.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just parking.
Discord and driving.
Okay.
No worries. Keep going.
Oh, okay. I thought it was towards somebody else. All right. Okay, so you know these. So you only know these states. You have LRC and LRC. That's who you're taught. Series are parallel. You don't know LLR. You don't know that. It's still going to be a second order problem because it's two storage devices. So it's going to be second order. But you don't know. You can't use the shortcuts. You can't be using the shortcuts for the alpha, and you can't use the shortcut for the omega you've been using the entire time. Yeah. So we're gonna have to solve this through the old-fashioned way, through how the proofs were given to you, which were given to you in terms of differentials and deriving and initial values. So that's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be tedious, but it's not hard. Not too bad. We're gonna start with what we know, and that is solving for the. Oh, just writing on the unit step real quick. For the unit step, I made this dog way too big, bro. One sec. Okay. The unit step. I'll do it here. So we have 4 U P. That gives us. Yes, I'll just draw it real quick. That gives us this graph. So it's going to be 0. Do that. Be 0. And it's going to be 4. It's a voltage source. Am I right? Full name here. There's his names. So this is 4 amps here. That means that T less than 0, I have 0 amps. And at T greater than 0, I have 4 amps. That's just that. Okay. So now let's go ahead and solve. We just repeat the same stuff we've always been doing. So look at state of circuit at T equals 0. And T equals 0. Okay. Go ahead and draw that real quick. That means our current source is 0 amps. When a current source is 0 amps, you treat it as an open source. This is going to be open. Here's the current source when it's off. So it looks like. And then we'll draw the other resistors. So the circuit, in fact, the inductors have not been charged. The thing is, they're in steady state. So we're gonna what's it called? Infer that they've been fully discharged. So these are the inductors. I'm gonna draw this. These are gonna be the inductors here. I'm gonna give them different colors. So we're gonna have different. One. Okay. It's 1. We're gonna call this. We're gonna use the same notation. This is gonna be IL of 1, 0 minus. Do this. This is gonna be IL 0 minus. It's gonna be the short of the other inductor. This is gonna be IL 0 minus. Oh, this is gonna be 2. IL 2 minus. This is gonna be IL 1 0 minus. Yes. Thank you. All right. Now, what can we say here? Don't overthink it. What are the currents here? And yes.
Womp womp.
Yes. So we know that IL, again, we convert your number. And let me know how to make an error. IL 1 equals also equal to IL 0, also equal to IL 1 0. We know that I2 0 also equal to 0. 2 2, 0. Solved. Again, maybe yes. We're actually we have to write for both. Obtain I1 and I2. So we need both initial values, which means we're going to need a DI1. I'm not going to write it. We'll do it later. We're going to need a DI1 at 0 dt. We're going to need an IL1 at 0. And then the same for the other one. We're going to need IL2 at 0 and DIL of 0 at dt. So we need 4 initial values, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So I'm going to leave analyze the circuit at t equals 0 plus here, just because that's like 80% of the problem is solving from there, because that's where we write our transient equations and then we solve for our differentials there. At t equals infinity, we just solve for the steady state value, right? So I'm gonna just do that next just to keep the problem ordered neat. And then I'll leave the 0 plus at the end. You'll see in a bit too. So look at state of circuit at t is equal. Okay, we're not skipping the 0 plus, we're just gonna do that. So at infinity, we have that the source is on. So this is gonna be 4A. We're gonna get the same circuit. Sure. This is IL2 of infinity. This is I infinity. Same. Notate. I like the resistors. Okay. So now, how would you solve for the infinite values, or the values at t equals infinity? What would you do? Mm. Right. Yeah. So then, what would the current be for IL1 and IL2? Mm-hmm. Correct. Nice. So IL1 at infinity is equal to 4 amps. And we have IL of 2 at infinity equal to 0 amps. Again, I should keep the colors the same. So now we know that we have steady state values. Now for the hard part. Now for the part that will probably take 2 pages. All right. So now we analyze. I'm gonna do this in like special color. So analyze circuit at t equals 0 plus this. Oh, click. Right? It's equation here. That's always been the case. You've always been writing transient equations at when the switch is flipped. So nothing really new here. It's just the way we're gonna solve for our variables is a bit different. Okay. So I'm going to draw the circuit. We know that at 0 plus the source is on. So we're gonna get the same circuit here that we had. It's just we're not gonna have steady states at the moment at this part of the circuit because we're in the transient state. So we're gonna draw the inductors the way they're drawn normally and not shorted or not in steady state. For A. God. Ah. Pretty sure this is 3. So we're gonna have this be IL2 L2, 0 plus. This is going to be L plus. This is 3 to 2. Okay. Okay, no, maybe not. Actually, okay, what would you guys do? Maybe you guys might be able to figure this out. What would you do to solve? Or like, what's like, think of like stuff you can do before starting to solve the circuit. What would you do? Doesn't matter, just like say anything. Give it a shot. I'm not saying solve for IL1 and IL2. I'm just saying like, what would you do to the circuit at the moment to make things easier? Yeah. So we could do a source transformation. Actually, yeah, it just makes it. Does it really help? Trying to think. Yeah, it would help. And the reason why, remember, I could explain it. Since we're solving for I, and I should write down the inductors of the equations. So for an inductor, we have that V of L is equal to L di L dt. Okay. What have we been doing in order to solve for the di dt? What do we do usually to the circuit? Like, what do we take from it? Yes. And but how would we get the voltage? Like, what do we write usually? Oh, how do you relate voltage to the components in the circuit? Maybe I should ask that. You do. And then what is like one circuit what's the word? What is one circuit, not formula, but like circuit technique you've been taught that it relates all the voltages in order to solve for voltage? Another one. You have source voltage transfer. What's another? It's like one of the primary. Another one. Keep thinking. Like way before all that you learned. The first two. One of the essence of what you use to solve for circuits in the beginning. There's two of them.
Do you like KCO?
Yeah, KVO and KCO. It's okay. Yes. So we're gonna relate the circuit with this equation doing KVL, and that's what we're gonna do source transformation because it converts this to a voltage source and makes the loops easier to do. That's what we're doing. That's like kind of explanation. Yeah, exactly. And that's how we usually do this. Like for example, if you were asked to solve for if it was a capacitor, you would be asked something like this, right? You have ISC equals to C dV over dt, right? And then you're asked to solve for this, right? But you have this ISC. The only way to relate the currents within the components of the circuit is you would do nodal analysis. Because then you write everything in terms of currents, and then you can solve it like that. That's kind of the idea. If you go back, you'll see. It's okay. But what? Oh. Okay. So now we're going to do what Patrick says. So we do source transformation here. So source transformation. Going to be minus plus, and it's going to be 8 volts. And then you have the resistor in front. Ohms. Oops, sorry. That current. Okay. So once again, oh god, I just like real bad. I 1 plus. This will be 2 plus. Okay. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, I'm not. All right. Oh my goat. Thank the Lord. Oh, I keep forgetting. 3 amps. Okay. So now we're gonna write KBL. I'm gonna follow passive convention for this. I'll just call this AL1 plus BL2, like that. Make sure. Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna write KBL. We're gonna write KBL. This is gonna be loop 1. It's gonna be loop So, oh wait, no, this won't help. Mm, sorry, one sec. No, we're gonna do this. I'm looking at my work. That's why. Trying to explain it to why I did this stuff. Okay, I do that, but why? Okay, so I do that. Oh, frick! Did I figure this out? Okay. All right. In my work, this is what I do. I don't do this. I don't do the loop 2 here. I'm trying to figure out why. I actually do this. So I do KBO at that loop 1, and then I do KBO around the entire loop. I don't know how to write it. How do I do this? This? Like that? I don't know if that's visually pleasing to look at. That's what I do. So when I do KBO loop 1, I get this. And I'm gonna hopefully I figure it out like why I did this as I'm doing it. So KBO loop 1 gives me maybe I also yes. Yes. Yes, correct. You're right, yeah. Because I don't want an equation with 2 unknowns. And yeah, you're right. Nice. But yeah, it's Patrick's saying I get 2 separate equations. I get one for VO1 and then I get one for VO2. That's why I did this. But if I do the KBO at loop 1, hello, I get over here minus 8 volts plus. I need to actually define this current. So I'm gonna call this current current here I. Well, you already know that I where is going to equal to IL1. So maybe it doesn't matter if I do it the inner loop, but we'll see. IL102 plus IL2 plus because of this reason. No, it's equal. No, I'm right. Yeah, it's equal to that. So I just did nodal analysis here. This I is going into this node, and then it's coming out. No. This current over here, sorry, this current over here is IL20 plus, and this current here is IL1 plus, which gives me this. Oh, which gives me this relation over here. But I'm alright for now. Plus 2 times, I'm gonna do this 2 times I. And then I'm gonna do plus, I'm here right now, plus BL of 1 equal to. Okay. And make it like BL. Now if I do KVL 2 right here in parentheses. I'm gonna get once again second equation minus 8 volts plus 2 and the I. Okay. And then I ignore that VL1 and I jump straight to plus the 3 ohm here. This 3 ohm is is in series with the inductor, so they share the same current. So I'll do plus 3. I'm in the parentheses here. IL of 2, 0. Then it's going to be plus BL of 2 equal to 0. So those are the 2 equations we have. So now we're going to simplify them. We know that VL of 1. We know that VL of 1 is going to equal to L VIL1 T dt. You care about the notation. And then you know that BL of 2 is going to equal to L. I should write 2 and L. Is going to equal to DI of L2 of T dt. So we just plug those in. And then for I, well, we know I for both already because of this. Because I is equal to IL1 plus IL2 There you go. Now I just plug this in. And I'm gonna move the 8 volts over. So I get here, I get 2 IL 0 plus I T plus the VL, which is just L of 1 E L 1. That's space. I have to choice. So that's equation 1. Now equation 2 is going to be, I'm going to distribute the 2 ohms into the I. It's already just going to be 2 IL1 plus 2 plus the 3 IL plus 3 IL2 of 0 plus the VL2, which is L, I do L2 DIL2 of 0 plus T equal to the 8 volt. That's just me substituting this equation in, and then this equation. This. And I'm just like multiplying everything. I haven't combined anything yet. Okay. So I'm just gonna copy all this on the other page. We're just gonna work. Actually, I get this. I am plugging. Ah. There we go. No. There you go. So, oh. This. Whatever. That's important. Where's that 0 from? Whatever. KVL and loop 1. This will here. KVL. Here. Yeah. Field. Add this. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna simplify equation 1 down. So also, if I lost anybody, just but for now, I'm basically I haven't done any differential yet. Besides like writing the KBL, I'm just simplifying the variables down. So for equation 1, we're just gonna combine the variables if we have any, which we don't. So I'm just gonna write the differential first here. Actually, I need to pull out the values. So we also know that L1, I think was it 1 Henry's? Forgot. Yeah, L1 is 1 Henry's. Oh, sweet. Thank you. This is 1 Henry's. So we'll plug it in for a 1. And then that should get rid of, yes, that should get rid of. So we have here 1 Henry times. Also, so the 0 plus kind of goes away here in the differential. I'm not going to write it anymore. I'm just going to write T just because this is the equation that will represent the, how do I say, the general state of the circuit. Like, I'm not going to write I0 plus on my final equation. I'm just going to write T. Does that make sense? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I of T, right?
Yeah, it's going to be
Or-
IFT from now on.
Yeah.
I'm no more 0 plus because now I'm just writing my solution here from now on. So it's going to be 1 Henry. Yes, it's going to be IL2T and IL1T from now on. And no more, I just write it. So it's going to be DIL of 1T. Yeah. 1 of T. T, then this is going to be plus 2IL1 of T plus 2IL2 T equal to 8. That is our first equation. It's pretty important. Where's in red? It's not solved, but it's an equation that we can use now. Okay. Whatever. Cool. That's okay. It's equation 1. So now simplify equation 2. So for equation 2, we really just combine this, and then this is 1 Henry. So L2 is equal to and so we're going to get here 1 Henry times DIL2 of T dt plus, I think I did I1 first. I'm going to get plus 2IL of 1 of T plus 5IL2 of T equal to 8 volts. That is our second. Make sure I have this to be the same. 5 by L1, 8. Perfect. I do. Okay, so now we need to just check it here. Sorry. Software. Mm-hmm. What? 3I1. A. Oh, screw it. I just solved it. Wait, what? I should check first. I get that. We take the derivative of the first equation. Should be that. Okay. Okay. So this is what we do now. So now we're going to have one equation in terms of DI1 and D2. I mean, one equation for in terms of DI1 over DT and one equation for D2T DT. Basically, we need a differential for inductor's current 1 and inductor's currents 2. In order to get that, we're going to subtract these two equations. Because if we do, we're going to be able to relate both of them into one equation. And then we're going to go back and use this equation too. So I know it's a bit confusing now, but this is what we're doing right now. So we're going to subtract here. Right? Equation. Subtract equation 1 by 2. Might do the other way. I don't think it'll matter. No, it does not matter. But nah, it won't matter. Okay. So that means that I take DIL1 T. Oops. DI T DT 2 plus 2 2 8 volt. Then I do minus here 2 T D 2 L T 5 L 8. Okay, so you notice immediately that the two IL1s cancel here. So this cancels out with this. And then I'm gonna have a negative 3 IL2. And then I'm gonna have DIL1 minus some. It's gonna be DIL1 T DT minus DIL2 T DT. The ions cancel, but I'm gonna have leftover negative 3 IL2s. So I have a negative 3 IL2 T. And then the 8 volts is also, we just get equal to 0. Now you see that I'm gonna be able to have an equation that relates to both variables, because now I can use it to plug it into one equation and then cancel everything out. And I have only in terms of one variable. Right now we're doing basically a system of equations. That's what we're doing. Because now we get one variable in terms of the other, and I can use it to plug into my previous equation. So for us, I'm gonna have a DIL2 dt equation. That's what we're gonna get. So I'm gonna solve for that. Actually no. Let's start for the other one. So I'm going to have 4 DIL. That gives me DIL of t dt is equal to, I'm gonna write the difference first. IL2 of t dt plus 3 IL2 of t. This is a golden equation. We're gonna be able to use this equation 3 now. So now, look, do you see that if I plug it into oh, not yet. I can't plug it yet. I have to do one more thing. And that is, I'm gonna take this equation. Actually doesn't matter, but we're gonna start with this equation. We're gonna take this equation, derive it in terms of ddt. Why? Because we get a second order here, and then you see that these variables become ddt's now, right? And I can use this equation here to plug into either, well, in this case, it's going to be to plug in for IL1. And then look, it's only in terms of a DIL2. So that means when I plug it into here, everything would be in terms of DIL2s. And I'm not going to have any DIL1s. So now I can solve for it. But first things first, I'm going to derive first this equation in terms of DDT. And the reason is because I need to have a second order equation. That's how you solve these type of problems. You need a second order differential. So we're going to do that. So that's how you would do it without like the equations. You have to derive one of the base transient equations. Since our problem asks for 2, we have 2 equations. But usually you're only asked for one current. And with that one transient current equation, you just derive it and it'll work out. But look, derive equation 2. So we're going to do d dt. And then hopefully this lets me copy this. Don't want to. Sweet. Copy this real quick. So take d dt. So look. So I'm gonna stop writing the 1 Henry, but you see how this becomes the second order, first order, 0. So I get e square of IL2. I gotta be neat with my variables. T squared of IL2 of t over dt. Yeah, right. No, dt squared. second dt squared plus 2 dil of 1 t dt plus 5 dil of t dt equal to 0 volts. Now, you have a second order. And this is how you solve your problems. You need this. But the problem with your second order, whenever you did one in diffie, you never had it implicit. Being you never had it in terms of, oh, I messed up. This was supposed to be DIL2. My bad. This is DIL2. You never had a second order differential where there's two different variables. You only had it in terms of one variable, usually x. So what we're going to do in order to get rid of that is use this guy here. See? This is why we had this equation. Plug this into this, and then I'm going to have IL2. And I'm going to have everything be in terms of IL2, basically. I want to fix this real quick. Okay. So plug in equation. And I plug it in. So I'm going to get the same differential. E squared of et plus 2 times my differential, which was, what is it? Differential of 2 plus 3 of 2 et plus 3 2. Let me make sure. And then this is going to be plus 5 of 2t. See? Now everything's in terms of IL2s. So we just combine and simplify. So I had d squared of I of 2 of t of dt plus, this is going to be just 7 d 2 d dt. Then this is going to be plus 6 IL2 t equal to 0. So that's a diffie Q problem. Now, how would you solve the second order? How would you get the complementary solutions? I don't remember. No.
Would you make like the auxiliary equation?
Yes. Yeah. So this is my auxiliary equation. So I would do y squared plus 7y plus 6 equal to 0. Now you solve for the roots, which I already did for us. If you were to solve for the roots, you could use quadratic formula or plug into your calculator, but you would get your S1s would equal to -1 and S2 equal to -6. Am I right here? Roots. Okay, so now since they're linear, how would you write the complementary solution now that you know it? My complementary solution is now IL2 of t, which is what? Come on, who remembers? This is auxiliary stuff. I'm start crying, guys.
I'm sorry. Right now I'm doing like, I'm applying to something. Just writing an essay.
Oh my god. Leon?
Hello. Is it one of those e to the
Yes. So how would I write it? You know it, bro. Spit it out.
fudge?
You don't. You
I
do
don't
know.
know, like
How would I write it?
some alpha t, bro.
No, not alpha t. This is diffie q. This is diffie q. You applied the auxiliary, right? You applied the auxiliary, and this is the auxiliary, right? And then you solve for the roots. These are my roots. I get pretend this is x equals -1, x equals -6. How do you write the complementary? No, it's not imaginary. Yes, yes. So it would be, god damn it, it's gonna be a1 e to the negative t plus, because it's -1, plus a2 e to the -6t. That's your complementary. No, it's not. It's not the you're thinking about the formulas,
The
right?
first one is negative.
The first one is negative t. I can maybe do it better. This is -1 of t. If you want to know where it comes from, x of c is equal to a1 e to the
E
x
to the
of t. Yes.
Okay.
Plus a to e to the x2 of t. Yes. And x1 equals x2 in that case, but yes. So now you guys do know, but somehow everyone forgot when I said solve for the complementary. Well, you do. I know y'all do. Okay. There's one special component that we're missing here. Just and just don't forget to write it. It's gonna be the yes, don't forget about it. It's gonna be that if it has it in this case. Okay. For us, I think what was it, Patrick? What was IL to infinity? I don't wanna go back. Sure?
IL2 was 0.
0? Okay. 0. So we know that. All right. So now we would have to solve for the A1, A2s. So now we're back to what we know. Okay. But now we need a freaking another page. So let me add that. I told you this shit would take forever, bro. But almost done. Work with me. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Okay. Well, what else would you guys need from here to solve for A1, A2s? Do you remember? What do you need to solve a second order differential to solve for the constants? Yes. Yes. Or L2. So what was it? What do we not know? Do we not know? I don't think we solved for it, did I? Okay. Okay, let's solve for that. I forgot to solve. All right. Go back to our circuit. See if we're to solve for it. No, we can't solve it using this because there's no circuit. We have to solve it this way via. No. It's we're gonna have to solve it for one of the equations we already have, which would be one of these. Pretty sure. Yes, I'll have to use this one, which is the IL2. I'm gonna have to use this guy here. Copy. This is valid, right? You can use this equation because it differential t. What do you think I have to do though? Don't overthink it. How would I get DIL0 dt? Yeah, how would I get this here? I have the t. What do I have to do to it to get this? Don't overthink it. Yes, plug in 0. So if I plug in 0, and then also this part, I'm just gonna subtract real quick. Mm-hmm. 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 So that works. So I'm gonna do it slowly. So everyone, it's gonna be minus 2 L of 1 of t minus 5 L 2 t. Okay. Just like what Patrick said. We know that from way back, I'll show you. IL of 1 of 0 is equal to 0. And we also know that IL of 2 of why? Because of we go way back to here. This is why we solve for these things, because we always need them. We solved it right here. Sorry, I'm covering. See? We have them here. Because we know that this, because we know because the steady state they're the same. So at 0, they're at 0. See? So that's the reason why we can do this. So we plug in t equals 0. We get DIL 2 at 0. dt is equal to 8 volts minus 2IL1 at 0. I'm not going to just multiply it by 0 because this is not a variable. This is a function in terms of the current. I'm not multiplying by 0. At 0. We know what we do know is that these at 0 are 0. So that's what we write. So we write DIL2 at 0. dt is equal to 8 volts minus 2 times 0 minus 5. So we just get 8 volts. So that's how that works. So now we have our second initial condition. Okay, you're not going to make a square. Cool. So now we have our two conditions. Okay. So let's go here. We're going to derive this equation, but I'm going to rewrite it. So we know that IL2 of t is equal to A1e to the minus t. The minus t. What? There we go. Plus A2. A2, what was it? E minus 6. E minus 6. 6t plus 0 amps, because that was the I infinity, right? Yeah, we got 0 amps for this one. So that's that. So now we derive it. Okay, so we get that DIL2 t dt is going to equal to minus a1 of e to the minus t minus 6 a2 e to the minus 6t. So now we solve for our constants via the initial conditions we had. Okay, bless you? Question mark? Oh, problem. So we know that IL2 of 0 equals 0. And now we know that DIL2 dt at 0 is equal to 8. Now we can use those. So we're going to do it to the first equation. We plug in 0. So we get, I'm going to do this equation 1, equation 2. So we get that this is equal to 0. I plug in 0 for the e's. They just go to 1. So I get A1 plus A2. That's my first equation. Now for the second equation, when I plug in 0, I get 8. And I get minus A1 minus 6, 2. From here, we know that A1 equals negative 8, 2. So I plug it into here. I get that 8 equals 2 minus 2 minus 6, 2. This becomes 8 equals 2. 8, 2 minus 6, 8, 2. And you get 8 equals to 2. So 8, 2 will equal to 8 over. And that means that A1 equals to 8 over. I think 8 divided by 5 is 1.6, right? I can check. Cool, so that's right. So now, that means we can finally write our initial or our general problem. IL of 2 is going to equal to a fifth of e to the minus t minus a fifth e to the minus 6t plus 0. And this is for when t is greater than 0. And that is our IL of 2 equation. Now you might think you're done. We still have to write IL1 Yes. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait, am I looking at the wrong page? Someone just looking at the wrong page, and that's not that much work that we need to do. No, I was looking at the right page. Wait, what? Did it really take this long? Oh my god. Yo, chat, we have 2 other pages for IL1. I think we should leave the other. Because you guys need to go to sleep for Thurbo. Yes. So now you know how long these fucking problems take doing it this way.
Checkpoint.
But that's not bad, no? Just like keeping track of all your equations. Good. But
W.
we need it the most, bro. But you can like see the pieces falling into place like when you saw the values, right? Yeah, that's all that matters. We would solve for the other one the next time. Yes. Oh god. Knock on wood, bro. Oh, it's hopefully not, but hopefully it's just the shortcuts you guys been doing. It's the last one, bro, of the spring madness.
W. Spring Madness.
And I'm not seeing y'all again over the summer. No
Thank
problem.
you, sir.
All good. Have a good night,
Thank
y'all.
you, Perpetual.
Thank you for coming. Hey.